And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick, and I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
Lucky 56.
Play action, it's Kelly. Throwing deep here for Coleman. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. It's their quarterback. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Forced out to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
Throw now on 2nd and 10. He sets to fire deep. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 41.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll set up to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Gone!
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards the game there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else. And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Lauletta, here we go on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Now they try the right side here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Detroit! Detroit!
A play fake. Now Kelly. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Powers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake. Kelly. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 23 yards on the play.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd down, Kelly. Flush to his right. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 51 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now Kelly to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Kelly. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw is Kelly. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. He'll air this one toward Coleman. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Corey Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way down to the 26. A big play there for the Giants. 58 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On first down, it's Kelly. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Walsh. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Detroit!
Now a first down throw, Kelly. Coleman has it here right side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10. Kelly now, throwing again. Throw left side complete. It's Montgomery. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Ty Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes us in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so you might as well have not even had the penalty.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. And his kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Green, 39! Green!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Here's Kelly on first down. Buying time to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Kelly back to the air on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. A final shot before break. Kelly. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, 3rd quarter. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. On 2nd down, Freeman. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd. Here's Kelly. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
On the run, he'll let this go deep. Oh, wide open, complete. And he is into the end for touchdown. Ty Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll look to throw here. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for Shepard deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now, because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receiver can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Now Kellen looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On third down, that's Terry. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play. Might be throwing off his accuracy.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage,
able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw again. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an...
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he loses the football a second time. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Watch it now, Barney! Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a first down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Green 39!
Play action, it's Kelly. Throwing deep here for Coleman. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Kelly. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Lawletta on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And that'll bring up second down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Again, Lauletta on the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney! Watch him now, Barney!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And no, it's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19!
A play fake. Now Kelly. And he fires one, but incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And McManus able to put it through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. A good pick up there at 22. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. When you put up a token press, make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat. I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Freeman again. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Here's Marquette King now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And New York set to take the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure.